Hello and welcome to episode 6 of LDPD, and holy Christ, it is cold in this room. The one day it snows is the day that I decide to keep my bedroom window open like a fool. Oh, if only I had known better. Right, what am I going to whinge about today? Well, Facebook's been pissing me off. Who would have guessed? For some reason, it wants to give me friend suggestions. Like it's had a look at my profile and said, you know what, Mark, you've been sat at this amount of friends for a while, and if you're not going to make the effort, then I suppose we're going to have to take the lead. Well, thank you so much, social media, for intervening in my life once again. But for some reason, they like to pair me up with people that I have absolutely jack shite in common with. It would be some random plumber from fucking Plymouth. And in actual fact, this is a legitimate one. I was given the friend suggestion of somebody who is a powerlifter in Zimbabwe. What the fuck am I going to talk to them about? A powerlifter in Zimbabwe. Oh, I see you like to lift weights that are above your body. Well, that's fascinating. How's Zimbabwe? I mean, Jesus Christ, what am I supposed to do with that, really? Don't get me wrong, I've started a conversation with Les, but I've usually gone into that conversation of my own volition. Not when a fucking algorithm has told me, oh, I see you like... I see you like strong black women. Well, it just so happens I've got a short list of powerlifters in Zimbabwe, so how about that? Honestly, what am I going to talk to them about? Have you ever tried to lift up a car? We don't. We don't have cars. Oh, that's got to be offensive. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know what it is about social media that pisses me off so much. That's not true. I know exactly what it fucking is. It's the fact that it's always trying to force feed me opinions. A little while ago, people were getting up in arms because they were complaining that their Facebook was telling them how to vote. Jesus Christ, man! If you get your political opinions from social media, I'm not sure you should have a vote. I mean, do some research, man. It's not that difficult, is it? Don't get me wrong. It's boring as fuck. I get it. But at least try. Mind you, I say that. I remember when I first voted, when I was 18 or whatever age you have to be to vote, I sat down with all of the manifestos and I read through them like I was going to make a difference. Changing the world, mum, okay? I'm doing my bit. I flicked through the UKIP pamphlet within about 20 seconds. I read the banner headlines like, no, I don't agree with any of this. That's going straight in the fucking bin. Jesus Christ, the bin men that day, they must have thought, Jesus, this is a bunch of psychopaths or a house divided. But yeah, I genuinely did. And I sat down with every manifesto and I never did it again. Talk about boring fucking literature. I mean, as if being dyslexic wasn't hard enough, it'd be like being sat down and asked to read the Bible. Fuck me. Do you know, that's one thing about dyslexia that I always hated as well. Every time I would say to my parents, how do I spell, I don't know, this word? They'd say, well, why don't you grab that dictionary off the shelf and you look it up? Now, I get why they did that, because they were trying to teach me. They're trying to teach me a way of figuring things out for myself. The problem is with a dictionary is in order to look up a word, you have to know how it's fucking spelt. I'm sat there trying to spell photosynthesis, looking in the fucking F section going, well, it isn't bloody here. Talk about kicking a man whilst he's down. Jesus Christ. Be like trying to put a man out who's set on fire by using the fucking lighter. Quickly, just throw a couple of torches at him. Or beat the fire out of him. Oh, jeez. This episode's going to be a bit of a mix and match as well. I did some pre-recording. I had some audio issues, some technical faults. By which I mean, I didn't know how to work things technically. So hopefully the audio will be sounding good here, but in a slightly later segment, it will be a little bit more scratchy and a bit more echoey. So bear with it. I've worked out how to do it now. So going forward, it should be all good. Anyway, with that in mind, let's throw it over to Mark with a little segment called My Thought of the Day. Mark. Thank you, Mark.
You know, over the course of this lockdown, it's taught me to appreciate the little things in life. And it only took one lonely evening and a tremendous amount of friction burn for me to learn that lesson. But within that lesson, it taught me to notice the small things about people, about how they act. I noticed that if I ever give way to somebody in my car, you can quantify and analyze their response, and it shows you who they are as people. For example, they're a 4-tier system. Tier number 4 is a very bold but needing to please kind of person, very formal and wants to know that you're acknowledged. They'll drive past you as you give way, and they will give you the full Hitler salute, a hand directly in the windshield, eye contact made, so that you can see that they acknowledge you and your existence and the sacrifice that you have made. Sir, may I say it is an honour and a privilege to go in front of your good self. God bless you. We then move to the 3rd tier of people, a slightly more arrogant breed. These people wish for you to know that they appreciate and acknowledge you simply through their body alone. Therefore, they won't use a hand signal at all, and in fact give you the simple nod. Eye contact contained. The nod acknowledges the surroundings but doesn't commit to any formal appreciation. Yes, thank you. I shall sit here in my ivory tower whilst you pay homage to that of your senior, and simply my body language alone shall give you all the satisfaction you should need to allow me to pass in front of you. Penultimately, we come to Tier 2. These are the shy, timid, simple folk of the world. They won't acknowledge with their full body, nor will they raise their hand from the wheel, for 10 and 2 it is written, and 10 and 2 it shall be. These are the simple finger pointers. They will be driving along, and once you have given them way, they shall simply acknowledge with a point of a finger. For they are not as brave as the Hitlers, taking their hands off the wheel and away from 10 and 2 and invading other countries. Nor are they the emotional types that would emote with their entire bodies to show thanks. No, these are simple people with simple ways. Yes, I acknowledge you, for I have pointed at you, and thus you have been acknowledged. Now I must go. I must be on my way, and the 30 seconds that was given to me will be 30 seconds well spent. And finally, at Tier 1, we have the most dangerous character types. Those who will show no acknowledgement at all. They will simply hold their gaze straight forward as you give way to them, not showing any signs of fear, doubt, or loathing. No, they are on to bigger and better things, and they cannot waste a single second of their time acknowledging your existence or the sheer fact that it wasn't even your need to give way, and yet you still did, and they still went. Flash would have been nice. So within the 4 tiers, we find the entire human race categorized. And what does this leave us for individuality? In a strive to be independent and more free-thinking, I have decided not to commit to a single tier, but instead to accommodate and adopt them all. Therefore, once I have been given way, I will raise my hand in Hitler fashion. I shall point to the sky whilst having a full body spasm in my seat and acknowledging no one. And that, officer, is why I ran that red light and was travelling at 86 miles an hour in a 30 mile an hour speed limit. Okay, well, I think that will seal the deal for this episode, so thank you very much for listening, and I will catch you on the next one. Hello and welcome